Okay, so now we're on the... Well, you could call it the last regular world. It's not the last total world because there's the secret one after World 9. But this is the last regular world in Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. And this level, this world, these are some hard time trials to get Shiny Gold on. They just are. I actually did my Shiny Gold runs in reverse order from latest world to earliest world, starting at 8 because I didn't have the secret world. And so... this is actually one of the first time trials I did. And they're tough. So here you gotta be just a little bit patient because that fireball will get you. And in this level I do like a lot of damage boosting because you get a few Diddy Kongs here and there. And you can kind of just sneak your way through a lot of different parts by taking damage. Like there, for example. Yep, I'm not even waiting. I'm just taking the damage, boosting through. Doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be fast. And so that was 8-1, which is Furious Fire. Now we're on to 8-2, this is Hot Rocket. Now luckily that this is one of those rocket levels. So it's kind of a reprieve from all of the craziness of trying to go really, really fast. Because you just have to do that small beginning portion and then the portion at the end after the rocket quickly. And then the rest of the level is just flying on the rocket and not dying. I had such a blind spot for these little fireballs that flew across the screen. Surprisingly, this level's not really too hard. I thought that like the rocket level in the last world was going to be really, really difficult, but it's not too bad. Even that part there where you have all the little fire guys spinning around, it's just, the game kind of tells you where you need to be with subtle visual cues. And then when we get here to the end, of course, you just want to time up that jump really well and jump straight into that finishing barrel. Eight 3 is roasting rails, so 8-2 is the rocket, and then 8-3 is the minecart level. This is the final minecart level in the game, I think. And this level, it's got a little bit more at the beginning to do than some of the other minecart levels. So you gotta be pretty quick. And there's a lot of transitions from the minecarts that you want to be really fast on. So this one's a bit trickier than the typical minecart level, but once you practice it enough times, you'll get it. Take some damage there, boost through. And again, you want to make these transitions as fast as you possibly can. Roll when you can, and then drop into the barrel as soon as you can. And then into that barrel. Eight 4 is Smokey Peak. This is like the hard version of the silhouette level from World 1. And it's also a Rambi world. I found that, like, you have to get Rambi, right? So you just have to do that beginning part as quickly as you can. And then after you get him, you basically just charge through the whole level. And the key thing with the Rambi levels is knowing when you don't have to jump. So Rambi loses a ton of speed when he jumps in the air. If you can just kind of charge with him from platform to platform, and you can bridge those gaps, you'll save a lot of time. So you'll notice here that if I'm kind of descending on a platform, I just keep charging. I don't even hit the jump button. And there are some portions here where if you get caught before the lava falls, then you do have to just kind of wait. And then there you can just keep charging until you get to the end. "8-5 is Bobbing Basalt. This level's pretty tough. You really have to practice this one a lot so you know where you can and can't jump, because there's a lot of instant death that's just kind of like waiting for you if you're not careful. But of course you can't always be careful because you're trying to go fast. So I knew that a Diddy Kong Diddy Kong barrel was coming up soon, so you can kind of damage boost through those first few sections. And look, I even screw up this part here pretty bad. I fell down completely. Yeah, I'm not going fast at all, and I'm still going to get the shiny gold. So with this level, you can kind of see that you don't really have to go too fast, so it's more about being able to survive, right? Going pretty quick, but not dying from all these traps and tricks that are waiting for you. And then into the finishing barrel. You can see I played that one really sloppy, and I was still able to do it. 8-6 is Moving Melters. This level gave me a lot of problems, but like I said, it was also early on in my journey to doing all the shiny golds. This was like the second or third level that I did. So I'm not entirely sure that I had the mechanics down as well as I did a little bit later in my journey. But it's going to be more of the same, right? Rolling and jumping. We get Diddy Kong here. I take some damage on purpose there. There were a lot of times I jumped too fast and just got pressed into the lava by that big roller. And then once you get here, you just kind of have to wait. There's nothing around it. So if you can get to this part of the level really fast, you're basically good to go. Now, as these platforms move to the top, the finishing barrel is going to appear off screen. So if you're really good, you can get it before it even appears, and that'll save you some time if you know where it is. Of course, it's a little bit dangerous because if you mistime your jump or you miss the barrel, then you'll just fall in the lava and die. See, it's right here. So I let the two meteors go past, and then I immediately roll and jump in before it's even on the screen. And that'll save you some time to help you get that shiny gold. 8-7 is Red Rising. This level has a strategy near the beginning that I was not aware of that actually saves a lot of time. So when you get to this section, you take this platform up into the little bonus game room, but it actually kicks you forward a little bit. And I found that without that shortcut, I was not able to go fast enough to get the shiny gold on this level. Like, I needed it to be able to do it. So if you're struggling on this level, try out that shortcut and see if it helps you. I think it saves at least a few seconds. It's pretty significant. And then as you move through these sections here, it really is just about, like, doing quick and tight platforming. You're not going to get Diddy Kong, so you do have to be careful with the damage you take. And then take advantage of your roll jumps. Like right there, you can kind of get up to that second slab pretty quickly. I like to roll over or under that little fireball there. And again, jumping, rolling, going as fast as you can. And then once you get into the barrels here, you just shoot as fast as you can. Nothing's going to hurt you, nothing's going to kill you. You shoot as fast as you can until you get to the finishing barrel. And that'll take care of 8-7. And now we have 8B. This is Tiki Tong Terror. I really hated doing this level, I'm being totally honest. So you have to do this beginning rocket section every time. Every single time you play this level, you gotta do this rocket section at the beginning just to get a chance to do the boss fast. And once you do this enough times, you just like know. You're like, okay, I know what's coming up. And it's just kind of tedious. It almost reminds me of like a boss run when you're playing like one of those tough games like Dark Souls, where the last save point and the boss that you're stuck on, there's like this 2 or 3 minute section that you have to run through to get back to him. You know, you just want to like load in and give it another try. And then to compound on this problem, this is another boss that's luck based. So Tiki Tong, you have to hope that he does the right moves in the right order so that you can do the damage fast enough to finish it quickly enough for the shiny gold. So not only do you have to do this crap at the beginning to get to him, but you have to hope and get lucky that he gives you the cycle that allows you to go fast enough. A few key things, though, are that you can hit his hands really early. So he places them on the side. So you'll notice I got a hit on his hand right there pretty quick before he even slammed him down. And then you can double it up when he finally does slam. And so again, now we're waiting for that right hand of his to come down on the edge and get a hit. And I don't think you can do damage when he puts his hand on the side like that. And so here's the key bit where you need to get lucky. When he's just his head formed, sometimes he'll slam on the ground, and that's when you can damage him. And you need him to do those slams quickly. If he does other attacks, even like 1 or 2 extra times, you're going to be totally screwed on the shiny gold. So he does 2 dives, and then I get lucky and get another slam. And I'm just hoping for another one. But I get a dive instead, and then another dive, and then I'll be lucky enough to get the slam here coming up. And sometimes he just won't cooperate. He'll do 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 other attacks in a row, and you just can't get the shiny gold. So it's all luck based in that regard. So you really just have to grind that one out if you want it. And so now we're on the last level of World 8. This is 8K. Just like all the other worlds, you get this level after getting all of the Kong tokens and all of the other levels in World 8. This is the 5 monkey trial. This one's not too bad, actually. So there's just 5 little challenges that you have to do back to back. And you won't have Diddy Kong for this, but it's not too bad. And a lot of the sections you can't really speed up, so it helps making the time trial bit just a little bit easier. So you'll notice I'm not going particularly fast, except for here. You really do want to get this on the earliest cycle that you can. If you mess that up, you probably will lose too much time. And then this section is another one that just kind of goes at its own pace, so you can't speed it up. And you know, when it's like 3 out of the 5 little challenges, you can't make any faster, the time trial's not too bad. And I was playing pretty sloppy here. I mean, you can see in all the damage I'm taking, but I end up pulling it out at the end. And I missed my barrel jumps a couple times. You do have to collect the little banana tokens here. to actually complete this part. I think there was a run where I just let them go up and down without collecting them, and then it just like repeated the whole cycle. It was really annoying. And if you were fast enough, which you probably were if you're getting to this point, you just shoot out of here and go right into the finishing barrel and you're done. And that's everything in World 8. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Until next time.